So, welcome back to Business Retro, or should I say Business Evercade. Up until now on my channel, I've been mostly focused on the ZX Spectrum and the Sega Mega Drive, because those are the machines that I grew up with. But I really also like retro games overall. I'm a big fan of retro video games. I love playing them. I love talking about them. I love making videos about them. And and I've been collecting these Evercade cartridges. And if you don't know, Evercade is a console. It's both handheld. It's also something that you can hook up to your TV. There's different versions of it. But there's these physical cartridges that you buy. They are curated. They have like arcade ones. They have indie games. They have old retro games. They have microcomputer ones as well, like this one. And what I like about it is that I've always gotten these in the mail every other month or so. I get a couple of these in the mail. And I spent a few evenings just going through them. Some of them might stick around, like this one. Played this one a lot. And some of them just go right on the shelf because maybe they're not for me or just don't stick around. I mean, you can't win them all. But I always enjoy going through them and play and test every single game. And I've been looking for a reason to revisit all these cartridges. And this is the perfect reason. I'm going to make videos on every single cartridge. Like these short videos where before I make the video, I play each cartridge, play all the games, and I pick my top 3 games, talk about them, and then in the end I talk briefly about is this cartridge worth buying or not. And it's just a simple format, something for me to put out videos quickly, and I hope you enjoy it. And the first one that I'm gonna go through is actually the first one. Number 1 here, the Atari Collection 1. This was the first Evercade cartridge, and it's all Atari console games from different Atari consoles in the 80s. And I did not grow up with this. This is all new to me. All the Atari VCS 2600, 5200. This wasn't a thing where I came from. I remember this one kid owning an Atari VCS, and it just looked weird compared to the ZX Spectrums that everyone else had, or Amstrad CPCs, so yeah, this is all new to me. And I haven't played this one all that much, but I did spend some time with it this week to pick out my favorites. And there's actually quite a few good games here. There's way more than 3, but after the video I'd love to get your thoughts and comments on what you think about this cartridge. But yeah, let's talk about my top 3 favorite games. So the first game that I talk about for the Evercade is actually one of the stranger ones on the Evercade. It's Ninja Golf. And what is this? What is this game? I had never heard of it before actually just playing it on the cartridge. So this is an Atari 7800 game, of the failed console by Atari from I think 1989 or 1990 or something like that. And I think this was a launch title. Launch title. I don't think the console lasted longer than the launch, to be honest. But yeah, this is a strange one. But it's actually quite fun in a simple kind of way. You're a ninja and you play golf and you shoot your ball, and then when you run towards where your ball landed, there's ninjas and all sorts of creatures attacking you, and you have to attack them back. And that's it, like Karate Champ style or Bad Dude style. Very simple, but it's just mindless fun. And it's just so silly. And in the end, you can you fight a dragon when you're on the green, or a boss. Yep, Ninja Golf, pretty fun. So I have to admit, I'm not the biggest Atari VCS or Atari 2600 fan. This wasn't a thing, this console wasn't a thing where I grew up. The first computer that I got to play games on was actually the ZX Spectrum back in 1982, and yeah, this wasn't a thing in Iceland. And I did get the Atari 50 package last year, and I played through most of the games. And I have to say, a lot of these games just don't grab me. It might be that you just had to be there, but this one actually did. I'm actually a big Centipede fan. It's one of my kind of favorite old school arcade games. And I wouldn't have expected it, but actually the Centipede here on the Atari VCS is really good. It plays really well, it's fast. You don't have to have the correct controller for it because it's built for this machine, which didn't have the trackball. As far as I know, I don't think the VCS had a trackball. And it's pretty good. It works. It's Centipede. It's fast and furious and tough, and yeah, I have to say, this one surprised me quite a bit. And finally, my favorite game on this cartridge, the Atari Collection 1, is this one, Yar's Return. It was very clear to me when I was playing through Atari 50 and been checking out VCS titles that actually Yar's Revenge, I thought it was the best game that I played. It's very unique. It has fantastic sound, full of dread, and I've never played a game like that. It's fast, it's hectic, it's kind of scary. And yeah, and Yar's Return is a basically I think it might have been a homebrew title. I think Atari asked some homebrew people to make it for the Atari Flashback or something. I don't know. At least it was released a couple of years back, a few years back, physically, so you can play it on a VCS console, and it can expand on Yar's Revenge. The levels are different. There's more things happening. And I think it's just overall a bit better than Yar's Revenge. It might be just my preference. You can select different difficulties and different kind of options. In my view, it's just pretty much one of the best. Yar's Return is pretty much one of the best games I've played for the 2600 or the VCS. So yeah, and that's it. So, to summarize, what do I think about the Atari Collection 1? Should you buy it? Should everyone buy it that has the Evercade? Well, it might be a little harder to buy it because I think it's out of print. It's one of those legacy cartridges. But you can find them wherever, probably just with a little price here. But in my view, this is not an essential title. This is not an essential cartridge for the Evercade, unless you have strong nostalgia for the Atari VCS, because most of these games are VCS titles. And I don't know, I didn't enjoy all of them. I did enjoy those top 3, and there's a few other good games here. But overall, I think it's, for me personally, this is a not buy. Unless you have strong nostalgia for this. And yeah, that was it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'd really like to hear your thoughts and comments. Did I miss something? Am I being really stupid in my selections? Are there some really hidden gems in here that I should revisit? Just tell me in the comments. Let's start a discussion on this, and see you in the next Evercade video I'm gonna do.